The things that don't wait for your paycheck. Most people aim for 3 to 6 months of expenses, not because it's a rule, but because it gives you breathing room. If you work in a field where jobs are hard to find, aim for 6 to 12 months of expenses in an emergency fund. If your field has easy job opportunities, 3 to 6 months is usually enough. Build whatever buffer helps you feel financially secure. You don't need a big amount to start. Even small monthly savings build something powerful over time. Something interesting happens when you build it. Your stress starts to drop even before it becomes a large amount. Without an emergency fund, most emergencies turn into debt, and debt turns into long-term stress. Your emergency fund should never be in risky investments, because emergencies don't wait for markets to recover. A lot of people misuse it. They call everything an emergency, even shopping. That's how it disappears. Same emergency, two different outcomes. One person spends years recovering, the other rebuilds quietly and moves forward. Emergency funds aren't exciting, but they quietly protect your entire financial life. Start small, stay consistent, because one day your future self will thank you for it.
Most people think rich people manage money by making more money. That's not true. I've met people earning huge salaries and still living paycheck to paycheck. And I've also seen people with average income quietly building real wealth. The difference is not income, it's the system. And today I'm going to show you one simple money system that works whether you earn 5,000 riyals in Saudi, $3,000 in the US, or live in a developing country like India or Pakistan and supporting an entire family. Because this system adjusts with your income. And if you stay till the end, I'll show you the one mistake that keeps most people stuck financially, even when their salary increases. Let's discuss the system that works. 75, 10, 15ths. For every amount you earn, 75% is the maximum you should use for spending. That includes rent, food, bills, shopping, coffee, vacations, car payments, in short, everything. Now listen carefully. This does not mean you must spend 75%. If you can live on 60% or 65%, that's even better. But the 75% limit gives you control. Because without a limit, lifestyle inflation quietly destroys people. Imagine this, you get a raise, then suddenly you decide to upgrade your lifestyle by getting bigger apartment, newer car, dinners at expensive restaurants, buy latest iPhone or luxury clothes, and somehow you still feel broke. This is why many high-income people still have financial stress, because earning more money doesn't automatically create wealth. Managing money does. Now here's something important. Stop feeling guilty for small things that genuinely improve your life. That daily coffee, maybe it helps your mood, maybe it makes you productive, maybe it gives you peace during stressful workdays. That's fine. The problem is usually not the small purchases. It's the big emotional purchases. A 120-inch TV, a car you can't comfortably afford. Furniture bought just to impress guests. Luxury items purchased for social media validation. Those things give excitement for maybe 2 weeks. Then they become normal, and now you're stuck paying for them every month. One thing surprised me when I started networking with financially successful people. Most of them were careful with money, not cheap, just careful. I remember a dinner where everyone at the table was financially successful. Some CIOs, CFOs, investors, people making serious money. And when the bill came, everyone pulled out calculators. They split the bill exactly, no showing off, no fake flexing, no "I'll pay for everyone" drama. Now, obviously, financial advice looks different depending on your situation. If you're an expat in KSA or UAE and supporting parents back home, the sole earner of the family, living in a developing country, paying school fees, your numbers will look different. But one thing should remain the same. You should aim to save and invest at least 20% of your income for your future. even if you start small, even if it's only 5% today. The second part of the system is the 10%. This is your emergency fund, not vacation money or shopping money, not I saw a good deal online money. Real emergency money, and if you already watched my emergency fund video, you already know this is one of the most important financial foundations, because life will happen. Job loss, medical emergency, family crisis, car breakdown, especially if you live abroad. A simple rule: take your monthly expenses and multiply by 3 to 6 months if your job is stable, or 6 to 12 months if your field is unstable or difficult to find jobs in. For example, if your family needs 5,000 SAR monthly to survive, then ideally your emergency fund should be somewhere between 30,000 to 60,000 SAR. And again, your situation matters. If you're single with no dependents, maybe you need less. Now, please don't invest your emergency fund into risky things. This money is for safety, not maximum profit. Keep it somewhere safe, liquid, and accessible. Maybe high-yield savings account, money market fund, Islamic savings option, depending on your preference. The goal is not to become rich from emergency fund money. The goal is peace of mind, and honestly, peace of mind is underrated. Now comes the most important part, the 15%. This is where wealth actually starts getting built, because wealthy people don't only work for money, their money starts working for them. And this is the mindset shift most people never learn. School teaches us how to get job, how to earn salary, but very few people teach investing, ownership, assets, compounding. You can earn a high salary and still have zero wealth, because wealth is not income. Now, when people hear investing, they think trading, charts, crypto, watching markets all day. But for most people, simple investing is enough. Index funds, ETFs, mutual funds, retirement accounts, consistent investing over long periods, that's what quietly builds wealth. Let me show you something crazy. If someone invests consistently for 25 to 30 years, even small monthly investments can grow massively because of compounding. That's why starting early matters more than starting big. A person investing small amounts consistently in their 20s can outperform someone investing huge amounts later in life, because time matters. Now, investment options depend on where you live. In the US, people may use retirement accounts like Roth IRA or 401k. In KSA, many expats invest through ETFs, mutual funds, stocks, etc. In developing countries like Pakistan, people may use mutual fund, gold, real estate, pension funds, etc. The platform changes, country changes, but the principle stays the same. Own assets, invest consistently, think long term. The real secret of the 1%. Here's the part nobody likes hearing. Most wealthy people don't look wealthy in daily life. Many financially successful people avoid unnecessary debt, delay gratification, invest consistently, live below their means, while many broke people try to look rich. Social media makes this worse, because you only see vacations, luxury cars, shopping, expensive dinners. What you don't see: credit card debt, stress, anxiety, empty bank accounts. Real wealth is usually quiet. You do not need to become obsessed with money. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to earn millions to start building wealth. You just need a system. Spend responsibly, build an emergency fund, invest consistently, repeat for years. That's it. Simple doesn't mean easy, but it works. And remember, financial freedom is not about showing people you're rich. If this video helps simplify money for you, you'll probably enjoy the next videos too. I break down personal finance in simple spoken English so normal people can actually understand it. And if you haven't watched the emergency fund video yet, watch that as well. Because honestly, that's where financial stability begins. Most people think investing in stocks is only for rich people. But every single day, ordinary people are quietly buying tiny pieces of companies like Apple, Google, Tesla, Coca-Cola, and growing their money while they sleep. Here's the crazy part. You don't need millions to start. Sometimes even the price of one dinner is enough to begin. But what actually is a stock? What are shares? Why do prices go up and down every second? And how do people make money from this? By the end of this video, you'll finally understand the stock market in the simplest way possible. Let's remove all the complicated words first. A stock simply means ownership in a company. That's it. When you buy a stock, you become a very tiny owner of that business. Imagine a company is like a giant pizza. The pizza is divided into many small slices. Each slice is called a share. If you own one slice, you own a small part of the company. If the company grows bigger and becomes more valuable, your slice becomes more valuable too. That's basically how stocks work. Simple. Meet Emma. Emma wants to open her dream coffee shop. After calculating everything, rent, furniture, coffee machine, staff, she realizes she needs $100,000, but she only has $50,000. Now Emma has two choices. Option 1, take a bank loan. Option 2, find investors. Emma chooses investors. So she divides her business into 10 shares. Since the business is worth $100,000, each share becomes worth $10,000. Emma keeps 5 shares for herself and sells the remaining 5 shares to investors. Now meet Jake. Jake believes Emma's coffee shop will become successful, so he buys 1 share for $10,000. That means Jake now owns 10% of Emma's business. Not the coffee machine, not one table, not one employee. A percentage of the entire business. Fast forward 5 years, Emma's coffee shop becomes super popular. People line up every morning. She opens more branches. The business grows from $100,000 to $500,000. Now remember Jake, he owns 10% of the business. So his share that originally cost $10,000 is now worth $50,000. That means Jake made $40,000 profit. And this is why people invest in stocks. They hope the company becomes more valuable in the future. But this is also where beginners misunderstand something. People think investing is about getting rich overnight. Usually, it's not. Real investing is often slow, boring, patient, and powerful over time. Now here's the important part. Stocks don't only go up. They also go down. Every single day. Imagine Emma's coffee business starts having problems. Maybe sales drop, maybe another coffee chain becomes more popular, maybe expenses increase. Suddenly investors become worried. Some people start selling their shares. When many people want to sell, the stock price falls. But if the business performs well, more people want to buy the stock. And when demand increases, the stock price rises. That's why stock prices move every second. It's basically people constantly deciding, do I believe this business will grow in the future or not? Now you might ask, where do people actually buy and sell these stocks? That place is called a stock exchange. Think of it like a giant marketplace. But instead of selling fruits or clothes, people buy and sell ownership in businesses. Some famous stock exchanges are the New York Stock Exchange, Nasdaq, London Stock Exchange, Tadawal Stock Exchange, Pakistan Stock Exchange, and every country usually has its own stock exchange. Now there's another way investors make money from stocks. Dividends. Some companies share part of their profits with shareholders. Imagine Emma's coffee business earns huge profits this year. Instead of keeping all the money, she decides to distribute some of it to investors. So Jake receives money simply because he owns shares. Not all companies pay dividends. Some companies prefer reinvesting profits to grow bigger, but many large companies do pay them regularly. Now, before you start investing, avoid these beginner mistakes. Mistake number 1, putting all your money into one stock. If that company struggles, your entire investment suffers. That's why many investors spread money across multiple companies. Mistake number 2, expecting quick money. The stock market is not magic. Some years are amazing, some years are terrible. Long-term thinking matters more than short-term excitement. And mistake number 3, buying stocks just because someone online said, "Bro, trust me, this stock will explode." Always understand what you're investing in. At the end of the day, stocks are simply small ownership pieces of real businesses. Some businesses grow, some fail. And investing is really about believing certain businesses will become more valuable over time. You don't need to know everything before starting, but understanding the basics changes everything. And in the next video, I'll explain the difference between trading and investing, because many beginners confuse the two. If you enjoy learning money in simple English, you'll probably like what's coming next. Thanks for watching. 2 people join the same company. Same day, same position, same salary. 5 years later, one is still working there. The other returns to the same company. Not as a colleague, not as a senior, as his boss. Same starting point, completely different ending. And today, I'll show you exactly how this happened. Meet employee A and employee B. Both smart, both hardworking, both start with the same salary. Let's say $5,000 per month. At this moment, their careers look exactly the same, but one small decision changes everything. One stays, one moves, and the gap slowly begins. Employee A stays loyal. He thinks, "This company gave me my first chance. I'll grow here." Every year he gets appraisal, around 6% increase, feels stable, feels safe, no interviews, no uncertainty, and honestly, that sounds like a smart move, at least in the beginning. Employee B thinks differently. After 2 years, he gets another offer, 25% salary jump. He switches. Then again, after some time, another offer, another jump, again around 25%. Now some people may think, no loyalty, job hopper. Maybe, but first, look at the numbers. Employee A starts at $5,000 with yearly 6% increase. After 5 years, salary becomes around $6,691. Now employee B started the same. After 2 jumps of 25%, salary becomes around $7,812. Same starting salary, big difference already, and this gap keeps growing. And salary isn't the only thing growing. Higher salary often means higher bonus, more savings, more investments, bigger future offers. Because companies usually ask, "What's your current package?" Meaning, higher salary today can create bigger salary tomorrow. Career growth compounds too, just like money. Now comes the painful part. After 5 years, the original company grows. They need leadership. And guess who they call? Yes, employee B. The guy who left. Why? He gained new experience, new systems, different exposure. So the company hires him back as manager, and employee A now reporting to him. Sometimes this isn't personal. Companies often give small internal raises, maybe 5%, maybe 6%, but hiring budgets, usually much bigger, because companies must attract talent. To convince someone to leave comfort, they must pay more. That's why outsiders sometimes earn more than loyal employees. Harsh, but true. But don't misunderstand this. Switching blindly can hurt too. If you change jobs every few months, recruiters notice, and higher salary doesn't always mean better life. Sometimes you get bad culture, bad boss, stress, no balance. Money matters, but peace matters too. Sometimes staying loyal is absolutely smart, especially if your company gives promotions, learning, strong raises, good managers, career growth. Because salary is not everything. Skills matter, experience matters, reputation matters. The goal is not switch at any cost. Goal is don't stay stuck. Ask yourself honestly, did I grow this year? Am I learning new skills? Am I underpaid? If I stay here 5 more years, will my life improve? Or am I staying because change feels uncomfortable? Sometimes loyalty is powerful. Sometimes it quietly becomes expensive. Don't expect companies to manage your career. That responsibility is yours. Keep learning. Know your market value. Attend interviews sometimes, even if you don't want to leave. Because confidence comes from options, not hope. You don't need to be disloyal, but you do need to be strategic. So tell me, what do you think? Is loyalty still worth it? Or is smart switching the better move today? Because sometimes, the person sitting beside you today might become your boss tomorrow. And if you enjoy simple career and money lessons like this, you'll probably enjoy what's coming next. 2 people earn the exact same salary. Both make $5,000 per month. Same age, same city, same job level. But 5 years later, one is stressed about bills. The other has investments, savings, and peace of mind. The scary part? The difference wasn't salary. It was daily decisions. And most people don't notice the mistake until it's too late. Meet Bilal and Omer. Both work office jobs. Maybe in India or Pakistan or Saudi Arabia or USA, both earn $5,000 monthly, but they use money differently. Bilal wants to enjoy life now, Omer wants freedom later. Neither is lazy, neither is wrong, but one small habit changes their future completely. Let's analyze Bilal's lifestyle. Bilal upgrades everything. Latest phone on EMI, new gadgets, weekend dining, online shopping, branded clothes, nothing crazy alone. But together, it adds up fast. Every month, his money disappears into lifestyle. And because salary keeps coming, he thinks everything is fine, until one emergency arrives. But Omer lives differently, not cheap, just intentional. He still enjoys life, but before spending, he invests first. Emergency fund, mutual funds, skill learning, maybe learning SAP, maybe data analytics, maybe an online skill. He understands something important. Future income matters more than current appearance. Bilal spends like this: phone EMI, gadget, weekend shopping, and invests very little. On other side, Omer, simple phone, consistent investing, emergency savings, skill development. Both salaries are equal, but priorities are different, and priorities quietly build your future. The trap most salaried people fall into is called lifestyle inflation. As salary increases, expenses increase too. Bigger salary, bigger car, bigger rent, bigger pressure. Many people earning well in Saudi, India, or Pakistan still live paycheck to paycheck, not because income is low, because spending grows faster than wealth. Let's fast forward to 3 years and see how Omer and Bilal are doing. Bilal owns many things, but most lost value. Old phones, old gadgets, temporary happiness. Omer, his investments keep growing. Emergency fund ready. Skills improved. Opportunities increased. One spent money to impress today. The other used money to improve tomorrow. Then life happens. Medical issue, job loss, family emergency. Suddenly Bilal feels pressure. Because lifestyle looked rich, but foundation was weak. Omer also faces problems, but savings buy him time, and time reduces panic. That's the hidden power of financial discipline, not luxury. Peace. Most salaried people think, I'll start saving later, I'll invest after promotion, but life keeps moving, and years disappear fast, especially for middle-class families. Whether you work in Riyadh, Karachi, Lahore, Mumbai, or Bangalore, salary alone does not create wealth. Systems do. Habits do. Consistency does. Wealth usually doesn't come from one giant decision. It comes from small, repeated choices. Investing monthly, avoiding unnecessary EMI, learning valuable skills, controlling lifestyle inflation. Simple things, repeated for years. That's why two people with the same salary can end up with completely different lives. Real wealth is not looking rich. Real wealth is having options. Emergency savings, low stress, ability to say no, ability to survive bad times. Many people buy things to look successful, but true success is financial stability nobody sees. Silent wealth usually grows the strongest. Your future is not decided only by your salary. It's decided by what you do after salary arrives. The painful truth, many high earners stay broke, and many average earners quietly build wealth. Because income helps, but behavior matters more. Your monthly habits are building your future right now, whether you notice it or not. So after watching this video, ask yourself honestly, if someone looked at your spending today, what future would they predict for you? Because small choices repeated for years become your lifestyle, and eventually, your destiny. If you enjoy simple financial lessons explained like this, you'll probably like the next video too. Imagine this. Two friends invest the same amount. Omer invests in ETFs. Bilal picks individual stocks. Both start with the same money. Both invest every month. Fast forward 10 years. Omer quietly builds serious wealth. Bilal? He made some money, lost some money, panic sold twice, and still regrets 3 stock decisions. So what happened? Was Omer smarter? Not really. The answer might surprise you. Most investors think, why buy ETFs? Why not just pick winning stocks and become rich faster? Sounds logical. After all, if one stock can go 10x, why settle for average? But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most investors don't fail because markets crash. They fail because they think investing is easier than it actually is. Let's break this down simply. ETF simply means exchange traded fund. But forget the complicated words. Think of it like this. ETF is like a basket of companies. Instead of buying one company, you buy many companies together. Example, you buy one ETF and suddenly you own tiny pieces of 50, 100, maybe even 500 companies. One investment, instant diversification. Now, compare that to individual stocks. This is you trying to choose winners. You buy one bank stock, one tech stock, one cement company, one pharma company, and now you're responsible for one big question. Did I actually buy a good business? Because if you pick badly, one mistake can hurt years of investing, and most people underestimate this risk. Let me ask you something honestly. Before buying a stock, did you read the annual report? Do you understanding financial concept like debt, cash flow? Did you know anything about management running the business, their competition, future risk of business? Most people don't. They buy because someone on YouTube said it, my friend recommended it, Twitter said this stock will explode. That's not investing, that's guessing. Every company looks strong until something changes. A bad CEO, new competition, government regulation, falling profits, one scandal, suddenly your best stock crashes 60%. And because humans are emotional, we panic, we sell low, then regret it later. ETF investors, they usually sleep better because one company failing doesn't destroy everything. Imagine this, you invest only in one stock. Something goes wrong, big damage. Now imagine owning 100 companies. One fails, the other 99 keep working. This is why ETFs are powerful, especially for busy people, people with jobs, families, people who simply don't have time to study companies every weekend. Now, some people say, okay, I'll buy a mutual fund instead. Good idea, but here's something important. Not all funds are equal. Many traditional mutual funds charge high management fees, meaning someone is taking a cut every single year, even when markets are bad. ETF, usually much cheaper, low cost, simple, transparent, and cost matters more than people think. Fees part is shocking. Imagine two investors. Both earn the same market return, but one pays 2% yearly fees. The other pays only 0.2%. Looks tiny, right? Wrong. After 20 or 30 years, that small fee can quietly eat thousands of dollars from your future wealth. Compounding works both ways. Money grows, but fees compound too. Here's what most investors miss. Wealth is not built from one lucky stock. It's built from consistency. Imagine investing every month, month after month, year after year. Your money starts making money. Then that money starts making money. This is compounding. And ETFs work beautifully with this, because you don't keep changing your strategy every 6 months. So, should you never buy individual stocks? Not necessarily. Individual stocks are not bad, but they require effort, real effort. You need knowledge, patience, emotional control, and time. If you genuinely understand businesses, stock picking can outperform. But if you're busy or still learning investing, ETF might actually give you better results, simply because you'll stick with it. Here's a simple approach many investors use. Keep most money in ETFs, maybe 70, 80, even 90%. Then use a small portion for individual stocks. This way, you still get market growth. Diversification, peace of mind, and you can enjoy learning stock investing without risking everything. Here's the truth nobody talks about. Investing should feel boring. Seriously boring. The goal isn't excitement. The goal isn't bragging about a stock that doubled. The goal is simple. Build wealth quietly. sleep peacefully, and slowly create financial freedom. Before buying any stock, ask yourself, do I actually understand this business? If the answer is no, ETF may be the smarter choice. Because smart investing is not about looking intelligent, it's about staying invested long enough to let compounding work, and that changes everything. If this made investing feel simpler, spend a little time understanding where your money is actually going. Because one good investing decision today can quietly change the next 10 or 20 years of your life. And if you enjoy simple money lessons like this, you'll probably like what comes next on this channel.